So thank you very much, everybody, that joining this webinar. In today's webinar, we're going to give you a couple of tips and talk about how to turn your website into a proven sales magnet. So I want to introduce the host that we have today on this panel. Let's start with me. My name is Dekel Ezri. I'm the head of customer success at Workiz. We have Richard, that he is a senior account manager here at Workiz. How are you doing, Richard?
Doing well. How are you?
Perfect. And we have Tyler, that she is a client success manager at Mr. Pipeline. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Perfect. So guys, today Tyler will lead this type of webinar. Tyler, please introduce yourself. Let people know what is your role in Mr. Pipeline and what you guys are doing, and then we can start this webinar.
Absolutely. So we play very similar roles, Dougal, and at Mr. Pipeline, I really focus on our client success. So wanting to make sure that we're really driving their business and growing them month after month, whether it be within, an SEO format of organic rankings, or whether it's brand visibility, or then also finally within like a Google Ads lead generation magnet. So love being able to work with small business owners. They are my favorite people. I'm marrying one, so I'm stuck with one. It's my world I live in on a daily basis. So it's such a great feeling to get to help someone else really grow to the point that, they get a new truck, or, they get a new piece of equipment they've really been working hard for. So there's nothing better than that feeling. So I think that's really what drives me forward every day, is really getting to help, individuals like my fiance on a constant daily basis.
Definitely. Well, our title is saying success manager, so we committed to the customer success. It's our goal.
Absolutely.
So definitely. Okay, so Taylor, let's start this webinar with the first slide. So take it over.
Awesome. So the biggest thing that we get, with new clients coming on board is, is my website good enough? Am I going to be able to really convert on leads coming through? Can I make those site visitors turn into conversions? So when we're really analyzing that, we take a lot of things into consideration. And these 5 tips that we're going to give you all tonight are information that you really can take and do yourself, or if you have someone who works directly in contact with, who's a web designer, that you are, able to go and speak with them. It's stuff that you can do so quickly within less than 24 hours, and it really can transform your business. So that's kind of where we'll move forward with the slides tonight. And when you take a look at our 5 different tips, I actually threw in a bonus one. So you guys all kind of be surprised for that one. But the overview of what you're looking at, it looks very simple. You make sure you have your business logo, your call to action, your phone number, your online booking, very similar to what you guys do over at Workiz, and any type of visual elements. So these are very important pieces, and each one I'll really go ahead and break down here as we continue forward through this presentation.
Okay.
So your business logo, that's realistically exactly who you are as an identity within your company. So you want to make sure that you set yourself apart. So in the next couple slides, you'll see that there's going to be a few examples to really kind of showcase what a logo can make an impact on. So looking at this tip alone, wanted to throw this in here, not really tip, I should say, but statistic. The small business owners across the United States, you're really looking at competing with 30 million plus that you're having to work against and compete against and set yourself apart. So this is why brand identity is so important, and making sure that it's not just the name of your business, but it's who you want to represent and who you want to be. So here's just a couple pieces that we'll go over. So like I said, your logo represents your company, represents who you are, your overall branding. It invites customers to get to know you and get to know who you are personally, not just as your business as well. Distinguishes you from your competition, and then creates that consistency across the board. So whether someone's looking for you on Facebook, or they see you on a Google Ads campaign, or they happen to stumble across the website first and that's what they land upon, to all the way down to business cards and t-shirts. That is your identity, and that's who you are, and that's who you want to really grasp hold of and constantly keep consistent.
Hey Taylor, I've got a question for you. So, as a small business owner, when you're first starting out, most people, don't have a whole lot of money when they're really trying to put all these pieces together. Is there any resources out there for customers to really get with, designing a logo themselves? I know that there's some sort of websites out there that can help them create free logos out there. Do you know of any resources like that?
So a lot of your, like Vistapro or Vistaprint, I should say, is one that you can kind of work with to create a logo. My recommendation is always, because you can really do it yourself. I sat down with my fiance personally, and I just asked him what he wanted. I said, what are you really looking for? What's something that would catch your eye? What do you really think is engaging to a customer? And colors come to play in that. So, you can realistically sit down and paint if you wanted to and really do it yourself. But we do recommend, obviously, if you can get to a designer, find a designer that's going to be someone who can really create a vectorized logo for you. And any of those kind of printing companies or things of that sort are things that you can kind of get with to be able to give information to, I should say, to create a logo.
Okay.
Yeah. We can also see the difference between our clients themselves, that we see a lot of customers that do not use a logo on their invoices or estimates, and they just putting their company name with an address, compared to customers that has a nice logo and they upload it into the invoice. It's, first of all, present your business in much more professional way. Customers will take you more serious. So if you're looking to present your business in a much more professional way, get paid faster because the customer see that he's dealing with a professional company and everything. Obviously, we see the difference between our customers, that some of them do use a logo and some of them do not use a logo.
That's completely accurate. I agree. Couldn't agree with it more. So here's kind of the options I wanted to give you guys. So option one, yes, it shows our Mr. Pipeline logo and who we are and explains that we do internet marketing. But if you were to kind of see this 3 days later, would you really realistically have an impact on you? Would you want to go back to see this business? Now, the next option that you'll see that's going to pull up here, this is our full branded logo. So we can use bits and pieces of this throughout our marketing to remember who we are and our brand identity. We can take just the Mr. Pipeline head stamp and use that in our invoices or in YouTube videos online and small little marketing, pieces throughout the World Wide Web there. But knowing you're going to know every time that you see that is Mr. Pipeline, and that's who we identify by.
Gotcha.
You can definitely tell the difference if I'm looking at just a text compared to a text with a vector or icon. Obviously, I will remember your logo just because of this vector compared to just text that it's plain and simple.
Yeah,
so,
it definitely creates more of an impact for sure.
Much more difference, yeah.
So the next tip I want to talk about is call to action. So a lot of times when people want to engage customers and turn them from a site visitor into a lead, the first thing that customer's really going to need is some motivation. They're going to need a kick in the butt to get going and really move forward. So what you'll see here on the next slide is these are reasons as to why these customers need this. So this is one of the really key steps, in my opinion, to really transform your leads and make your website a lead magnet. So prompting them to take immediate action is very important. Having call now buttons or, submit a form today, and using very specific context clues and terminology within the website is going to drive them to move forward with those strong command words. Now, one thing people really love to do is give specials and offers and discounts, and clients and customers love that. I totally approve of it. Go for it. Dollar off versus percentage. We tend to recommend to our clients dollar off works a lot better, because you'll tend to see that a mother, maybe a mother of 3, she can take a dollar amount, say $100. That $100 can now transfer to a night out for dinner for her and her family. So there's knowing that saving that much money off of a service that you're providing for them will now turn into a great night out for her family. So that makes her super happy and willing to want to book with you.
So it just makes it easier for them to quantify the value with a dollar amount versus a percentage, right?
Absolutely. I unfortunately am an art major at heart, so my math's not that strong. So I'm definitely fall into that category of percentages are not easy for me.
Definitely.
So one of the last ones down there too was pop-up. So sorry about that. I want to make sure I touched on this, because a lot of people tend to think that people just click out of those and they're not useful. Pop-ups really engage customers because they'll read that call to action on there and say, okay, if I really want to get this $100 off, I got to submit this. So that's a great way to field that information from that customer and then be able to say, thanks so much for fielding our contact form on the $100 off offer. Here's the way that you can really go about receiving this.
Okay, good.
So as I mentioned before, $100 off is definitely a good option, relatable to the client. They can associate that with an activity or something to do with their family. And again, call now. Very, very, very important. I can't stress this enough. On mobile devices, most website, what's the word I'm looking for, templates or builders give you an option to have a call now button that actually scrolls with the website. So that way they're not having to search for that phone number again to give you that phone call. Highly recommend going through and making sure that you have that set up for your mobile devices because 70+% of individuals really are searching on mobile devices nowadays.
Right.
So here's just a quick desktop example of a pop-up. This particular person in his area does actually get very good response to 10%. So I know that kind of contradicts everything I said, but for him in particular, he is a client of ours and he does do very, very well with the 10% off option. So every time that he has someone come to his site, out of 7 out of 10 users are actually going through and submitting through his pop-up.
Nice.
Gotcha. That's nice.
This will just show you the mobile option. And again, right there, big blue box or green box, my apologies, right across the bottom, get a free quote now. That is that call now option with very strong command words to go ahead and get that user to call you immediately. So that is the kind of example of both of those options that we do highly recommend.
So basically use command texting will increase the customer option to call you instead of please call or something. When you're using a command, you see more increase in dials from customers or engagement from customers?
100%, because it's not a passive way of going about it. Like you had mentioned, the please give us a call. It's that command of give us that phone call because, you're going to get the service that you want and you're going to get a great quality, person to speak with and really be able to interact with. So that's why pushing call now is great. And then for the business side of it on the back end, now you as a business owner get to communicate and really upsell and have the opportunity to work that lead. So working a lead is very important. That's why we do love to have call options and as prominent and big and, immediate as possible.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay.
Makes sense. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's giving me the arrows now.
Maybe it's a little played there.
Now,
Okay.
one more thing, Taylor, before we move on here. Now, when you capture that information, let's say that you tried to give them a call, they weren't able to pick up, but you've already captured their email, phone number, best time to call, that sort of thing. What do you recommend as far as using that information to be able to reach out to them periodically, like setting up campaigns or anything? Is there any resources for new customers to be able to, reach out to them in, multiple different ways, like through email or through SMS or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So one option for email marketing that I love is MailChimp. It's very easy user interface, and it actually allows you up to 2,000 subscribers for free. Right. So it's great for small business owners who are really just getting their feet wet in the email marketing world, and keeps it very affordable for them throughout the first 2,000 users. So that's a great option to really be able to add your the word I'm looking for, any type of CRM or any call tracking system that you can kind of add in those form submissions into there. So that way you can really follow up with email marketing and hit them at the great times, the springtime, the fall time, summer, all the major holidays. Just remind them of who you are and what you can do for them.
Yeah, that's great. We actually integrate with MailChimp, so that's great that you mentioned that.
Yeah, perfect. Well, it's working out.
So as for phone number, like I've mentioned, very important. I like to refer to the 3 Bs. So big, bold, bright. Very simple. As long as you remember those 3 Bs, you're good to go. So make it super simple. And as I mentioned before, clickable on mobile devices. Very, very, very important because again, 70% of users, 70+% of users really are using that to search for small business owners. So from here, you'll kind of see a couple options when we go into the next few slides, again on the desktop. So showing you guys the big bold option. It might make you click again. Oh, looks like it didn't work for us for some reason.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay. So this client in particular, they have a color scheme that really consists of blue and whites, but we prompted them to throw this green in because looking at the website, you're now able to see that green really stand out within the blue up top, as well as in the bottom for their request a quote option.
It's pop up. So as soon as I'm looking at the website, I see the number instead of for me looking for it.
Correct. And that's what you need. You need this person to, they're coming from a lead generation site, you know, AdWords, Home Advisor, any type of lead magnet or generation site, my apologies, pushing them there. Once they get to your site, they need to find a way to contact you in under 30 seconds, or you're going to end up losing that lead. So big, bold, and bright. Always remember that.
Okay.
Now, again, this is just the mobile option for you guys to view because I really like to show both of these to really showcase the responsiveness of websites as well and that importance.
Okay. Yeah.
So online booking, we'll kind of both share this topic here,
Yeah.
but easily accessible, again, very important because 30 seconds or less, you're wanting that person to really find out who you are and where to be able to submit that information. So on the next slide, like I said, very simple. So less is more for purposes of really getting from a lead generation site. So take a few moments to really analyze your contact forms. We prefer to have three options: name, email, and phone number. Most clients like to add in the type of service that you're wanting requested, whether or not it's, you know, take a roofer, for example, whether or not you're getting a new roof put on your house or needing a repair. So very two different jobs. So different type of estimates that would need to go out. But we recommend these three for sure as your stronghold in your contact form.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So in here we will take over. So Workiz is obviously offering an online booking integrated in your software. So the idea of Workiz online booking is to base the customer scheduling on your team availability. So when a customer is going to your website and you see the option to book an appointment and meeting, he will book it based on your availability that you basically set up in your account. So if it's based on your technician availability, based on your business hour, this way customer can schedule you only when you're available. This way you will never lose a customer. On another note, a lot of business owners like to just get the information without limiting the customer on a time and a day. So you also have the option to give the customer the option to schedule even if you are not available, at least that you can get his information. In case he is interested on a specific time and date, maybe a phone call, maybe a follow-up will be able to help the customer to schedule a new time and day, but you will not lose him. Another thing that Workiz online booking will do is very customizable. So like Tyler said that she's the less is the best, which means that only collect the phone number, email address, and name. But with Workiz, we're giving you more options to include more information from the customer. It can be from an address to what type of property does he have. If you're a carpet cleaner, what type of carpet does he have? If you're a locksmith, what type of lock or a vehicle does he have? All of this information that you can include in your online booking to collect from the customer, but you can keep it minimal in case you want to do so and collect the basic information from the customer. In today's technology, a lot of customers, as Tyler can agree with me, like to skip the phone calls with your business. They like to go to your website, book online, don't talk to you, show up. They already read about your company. They read reviews. They just want to book and schedule an appointment. With the online booking option that Workiz is offering you, you will never lose customers again. You're giving the customer the option to go to your website, schedule a time and a day for the type of service that they need. You will get notification to your software, to your cell phone, to your email, that the customer schedule an appointment, and then you will be able to give him a service and win a customer without even talking to him, just by the fact that he went to your website and scheduled an appointment.
I couldn't agree more with that. You know, making things as easy as possible is super important, and everyone lives in that instant gratification of getting what they want and getting it immediately. So this is such an amazing option to really be able to have for any type of small business as well as, you know, consumer basis.
Mhm.
Definitely, definitely.
So
Okay.
this is just an option of a simple contact form. So, you know, if you haven't made the jump to Workiz, which we do highly recommend, it's an option that you can go with for now until you're really ready to make that investment, because it's going to be a big benefit for your business. So moving from a contact form to Workiz is always the main goal. But like I said, this is just a couple options on both the desktop, and then the next screen will show you a mobile option to be able to have a contact form just for the meantime until you're really able to make that move.
Sure.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we do offer too is a web integration form. So if you have a website that has a contact us page and you do have the Workiz system, you can create your own customized web integration forms that have bold colors like this. You can really get in there and customize it with as many features as you want, as far as asking for times, dates of appointments, or just keep it simple for name, address, phone number, you know, the regular contact information. But this is a good way to be able to attach that to your marketing if you have several different marketing channels, and be able to track what's giving you the best rate of return.
Correct. A great
Absolutely.
feature to know where your leads are coming from, and then you know where you put your money in regards to marketing. We see a lot of customers that coming to us and they put hundreds of dollars every week on Yelp and hundreds of dollars every week on Facebook, and suddenly after they start using the web integration, they see that Facebook is giving them more business than Yelp, so they can adjust the monthly budget or the weekly budget to go towards Facebook than Yelp that doesn't give them enough business, because they see where the customers are coming from. So it's a great feature to increase your sales and decrease your, I would say, unnecessary marketing budget.
It's very important to have those differentiations, because
Exactly.
now you're extending that budget, extending the ability to really branch into more avenues.
Mhm.
So this is just an awesome quote I love to throw in. It's about how your website is so important to your business. You know, that is your face of the online marketing world. So your website is your greatest asset. More people view your webpage than anything else. So this is actually, of course, her name is slipping my mind at the moment, but she works at HubSpot, I believe, and she's one of their top CEOs there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. They have really good sales articles there on HubSpot as well. So if you haven't checked that out, I would definitely highly recommend it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the visual elements, so making sure you're engaging your customer's eye. So looking at these, if you, when we go to the next slide here, it'll really show the tips as to how to bring your customers in with your photos, your videos, and the importance of not using stock images.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure you guys can definitely attest to this. Having a website that has personalized images and visual elements allows you to convert at a much higher level. It's showing your personalized work. It's showing what your business actually does. And it's not hiding behind the stock images that are very easily accessible online.
Yeah.
So this will reduce the amount of customers leaving your site. That's one of the biggest things I do like to stress, again, because they're not seeing the same stock image they've seen on 5 other websites that they've tried to look at. And they're going to increase your customer engagement. So they're really going to want to continue to see more. They're going to go into more pages and look at more information as to who you are, and form that personal bond between the potential customer and you as the business owner. So little bonus tips I like to throw in for this is having really big, large images on your website is something everyone loves. So when you are taking images on your cell phone, they take high quality images. As long as you take your phone and just simply turn it horizontally, you're able to have a great large header image to put up in the website there.
And that's a huge gripe with anybody on the internet. If you're taking photos or if you're taking videos, please turn your phone horizontally, you know, instead of vertically, because you're going to get way better video and pictures that way. You know, that's just something that everyone always seems to complain about on the internet. It's like, oh my gosh, they're filming a video that's horizontal. I can't believe they're doing that. You know, so that's a huge gripe in the internet community, to be able to do that the correct way.
Exactly.
So this is just an example of a local client of ours. They have some great, the time-lapse images and videos. So they just set up a camera on the work job day of and just do a full time lapse. It really gets to show the high quality of work that your customer or your client and for your clients that your workers are doing. And it gives you great footage that people absolutely love. they're going to dive into this. They're going to watch every little second of it, and it's less than a minute. So it's not going to make the customer bored or really, you know, lose their interest at any point in time.
I agree, completely agree.
And then any type of additional images with cool kind of, you know, the one at the top here has some fire in it. So any kind of things that can catch the user's eye that are unique to your clients that you've done, definitely things to add into the website there.
Sure.
And again, that call now option.
Yeah, I noticed that in every presentation of the mobile, you're always putting the call. So you always give the customer the option to call you as soon as he's interested and you cut his eye.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that I really work with clients on a daily basis is, you know, when you're being able to integrate leads with the Workiz system, you know, the biggest advantages of using our system is two things, and that's customization and automation. I talk to clients all the time that are spending a lot of their resources and time just typing in data entry for leads that they get from Home Advisor or Angie's List. You know, they get it in an email, and then they have to either, you know, download it to a CSV, or they have to manually upload it in. And a lot of their time is wasted just by manual entry, and a lot of this stuff can be automated. And so the first thing that I wanted to talk about is how you could really use Mr. Pipeline and Workiz together is our auto lead function. Now, this function enables any information that comes in through a text message or an email to be broken down and put directly within your lead database within the Workiz system, so you can start working them automatically. That includes Home Advisor or Angie's List or Yelp, and really any digital lead format. That information can automatically come in there and save you time so that you can start working directly, and it can send you auto notifications letting you know when a new lead has come in. That also goes for our online booking and our web form as well. So you can also use our system as a front-end CRM sales database as well. So I have clients that I work with that have salesmen that work on the Workiz application along with their technicians in the field. And so this is a way that you can set up custom statuses of it's a new lead, or it's estimated, or, you know, in progress, or it's completed, closed one deal. You can really customize all of those statuses to be able to help your salesmen be able to understand where they're at. And then you can also pull performance reports on those salesmen to make sure that they're doing proper follow-ups and what their conversion rates are. Another thing to be able to, another feature of the Workiz system is to be able to set tasks on their calendar. So not only can you set times for appointments and for jobs coming up to do estimates and whatnot, you can also put tasks on there for salesmen to just do regular follow-ups, or, you know, we need to do a second demo with this person, or we need to go back out there and re-estimate. This is a great way for them to send notifications to their phones, letting them know to stay on top of their clients and be able to get conversions from those hard-won leads that you paid for. And really, just the ease of being able to take a closed one deal like that and then convert it easily to a job, to an estimate, have all of that information transfer over in its entirety, and then assign it over to a technician. So no more double entry. It really does make things a whole heck of a lot easier for you.
Definitely. It's a turnkey solution. So the idea is to take your business needs and combine them into one software that you can manage your leads, you can manage your clients, you can manage your invoices, your employees, all in one solution. Your marketing, if it's a MailChimp, if it's the integration that we are offering, it's the Mr. Pipeline integration that leads will come into your software because you're using the online booking. So all of those things together collaborate into one software that will give you a full solution for your business needs. So this is the idea behind Workiz and Mr. Pipeline integration partnership, is that your customers will be able to get the leads from Mr. Pipeline, basically a lead source, and then push it towards your software, so you don't need to copy paste, you don't need to manually input the information of the clients, and then manage the customer, manage the lead in a smoother way through the entire Workiz software.
Mm-hmm.
So
Our bonus tip.
This is what we made it to our bonus tip here.
I know, right? I was waiting for it.
So I couldn't agree more with the simplicity of all of the seamlessness of our businesses together. So moving from, like the guys were saying, from going from a lead source that Mr. Pipeline and my team can definitely provide for you all, to now making a super simple process for your users to really be able to have that interaction with the online booking forms, to making it so simple for your technicians to go out and really do those jobs for those clients. Now, in between all that, there's this fun bonus tip of mobile responsiveness. So this is the one thing I've been kind of slowly reiterating to everyone throughout the night, but just wanted to put this in there as one last kind of reminder that over 70% of individuals really are using those mobile devices, tablets, iPhones, Androids, anything under the sun that you can think of. So anything you can take away from the night, please make sure that you are mobile responsive and have the ability to reduce to different size platforms.
So it's saying that 79% of searches are done through a mobile device or tablet?
Estimated, yeah. So that's the estimated number right now.
Crazy.
So this is just a little roundup here for a quick review of all the additional tips, plus our little bonus tip there. So having the logo, super important. Professionalism, brand identity allows you to stand out against your competition. Tip number 2 was the call to action. So engaging and prompting that customer through those strong command terms to be able to go through and want to book your service. That tip number 3 was the 3 B's. So big, bold, and bright. Definitely made tip number 3 phone number for a reason. 3 B's, phone number. Online form, number 4, Workiz booking online as well as contact forms. You guys, like they said, you can do it through Workiz my apologies, for either one. So it's super important to make that really easy for your customers. Visual elements, personalize, and high quality. Last one, mobile responsiveness. Make sure that you're going through and having everyone be able to do it, because everyone's doing it, so why shouldn't you be?
Sure.
Okay, perfect. Let's move on to the last one. Awesome. So it seems like we are in the last slide. So Taylor, how can customers contact you guys? Let me bring here your website, so it will give us a little bit of more. How can customer contact you guys to get more information in regards to this information that you provided?
So right there, right on that contact form on the front there, you can go through and fill out your name, email, phone number, and company name. I also attached my phone number and our direct line. We do have a live chat option as well. If you wanted to chat with one of our agents, they can feel free to kind of direct you to the exact point of contact that would be able to help you. But anyone in our office is definitely capable of being able to speak with you in regards to transforming that website.
Perfect.
Okay.
Richard, can you provide some how the people can get some more information from us?
Sure, absolutely. What you can do is we also have a live chat feature available in the bottom right-hand corner as well. You will see my face there, right there in the middle. These are all live people here in our office. So start a new conversation with us. Ask that you're wanting more additional information. That pings everyone in our organization. Most of us are on our mobile phones where that will ping us. And that's the best way to get in touch with us. So just start the new conversation. Ask that you're wanting some additional information, and we usually reply to those within 3 to 5 minutes to make sure that you're getting taken care of in an orderly fashion.
Yeah, you guys can also go to our website and sign up for a free trial. It will give you 14 days option to log into our software with all of the features and functionalities. One of our product experts will contact you guys to give you a training or a demo of the product to make sure that it will address all of your questions. So the idea is to get you all of the information that you need in order for you to become a successful business owner.
Good.
So let's see if we have any questions. You guys are welcome to ask us any question in the last few minutes of this webinar. So I will give it a minute or two to see which questions are coming in. If not, we will wrap it up.
And then we will be sending a recording of this to those who weren't able to attend, and for those that did attend, if they want to be able to go over this again.
Definitely. You guys will get an email with the recording of this so you can watch it again. And of course, feel free to get in touch with Mr. Pipeline at Workiz for any questions. Any feedback will be appreciated. Let's see. Yeah, you guys are quiet today. I'm not getting any questions. Okay, so Taylor, do you want to summarize everything and before we are ending this webinar?
So absolutely. I mean, biggest things we can really take from a couple talking points we discussed tonight is really take into consideration your clients that are coming from lead generation sites, SEO formats, and make everything very simple for them. You know, go back to the basics. Make sure you got that big phone number. Make sure you got that contact form on there. Make sure you have your really personalized logo and personalize your website as best you can to who you are as a business. As long as you remember that tip alone, personality is key. That's one thing that you can really take with you and run for the rest of the time that you're in business.
Definitely. I will summarize Workiz' point of view in here. Again, Workiz is an all-in-one solution. It's a turnkey solution for a business owner. So like any business owner, if he is a field service business, he has his toolbox that he's taking his drill, that he's taking his hammer, everything. Workiz should be another set of your toolbox for your invoices, client management, technician management, CRM, sales, leads, everything. It's another part of your toolbox that can make you a successful business owner. So again, feel free to contact us on our website. We will be happy to provide you any information. Feel free to contact Mr. Pipeline to get your business push with more leads and more sales. And again, I want to appreciate your joining us to this webinar. Stay tuned for the next webinar that we will host. And again, thank you very much.